should be live momentarily. We'll switch chat up. Again, here we are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Anything inside and outside of those two categories, I don't particularly judge. We are back once again playing Danganronpa. Let's see where we get to this time. You do? You like that as an intro?
If you die, I got dibs on this stuff. That's lovely.
Yeah. Already. Oh, yeah. She's dead. L. That's a no. Junko really took that L. Okay, I think...
Just a second.
Hold on. Huh? Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? Oh, yeah. To talk to all of them again. Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Can you check stream to make sure audio's all good, Aiden? Yeah. Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you're the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then...
Alright. Fine. Fine then, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP! Because we won't be able to... yeah, that's kind of, well then. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Can I leave now? No. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Okay, I gotta talk to all of them individually now.
Huh?
Is this really happening?
with
Yes. Screw that piece of shit bear.
Huh?
Huh? What's going on? Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So you finally noticed, huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's door. Well, she's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone glared, and everyone's gaze turned to me. Well, hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. Do you expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a minute earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. If we find out who did it, then only the person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. That's what the ridiculous school regulations said, right? So stupid.
Are you serious?
So, we're really gonna try and find out who did it. Yes. I talked to her again.
Anyway.
We're going to find out who the killer is, because if we don't, we're all gonna die. Can I leave now? I don't think I talked to these two. We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What should I do?
Somebody got right in front of us. They...
Just a
That's everyone.
Huh? Don't fuck with me.
Do I have to examine the body again? I gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touch her wrist to check for pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she's really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Just wait a minute. Wait a second, sorry. She's dead? Then that means...
What?
That means everything just happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real.
Let me out
Hell
of
no.
here!
Someone save me! Let me out of here! Someone help me!
What's your
You're
problem?
just now accepting
So
that?
then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong... Well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't. No.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the
Goodbye.
gym. I'll be going too. Just like that, Kyoko... He was gone before we realized
Yo.
it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Ha, that's
Hey,
right.
damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that
Fucking
evidence,
dead.
they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. Yeah. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who's killed Sayaka. What are you
This is
implying?
very.
It was you. Telling you, it wasn't me! Don't come any closer! Are you gonna kill me next? Yes, I'm gonna
So,
strangle you right here in front of everyone. Well, yeah, I know, right? I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. And all it takes is one glimpse and I black
Oh,
out.
yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyways. Alright, I guess I better get going. Well then, if she would have blacked out from like a singular thing of blood, why didn't she pass out when Junko got killed? Like, that's bad game design. Obviously, she was the one that murdered Junko, obviously. Not Monokuma, she was the one that did it. Yes. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their party looked at me, had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? Yes, everyone thinks you're the killer. How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Sorry, Monokuma was talking. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out that way. Monokuma won. The way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I mean... I guess... yes. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. 28 stab wounds, exactly. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth. so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. No way, I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hero doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigation right now. Aren't you gonna help investigate, Hero? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. If Jim is. Alright, time to start investigating, I suppose. Leave the area, yes. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Lint roller. It's out of place. It wasn't there before. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there was way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little? Ah, the sword's in a different place. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in an attack somehow? And plus, it had been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if it's just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Yep. Key. There's a key in the ground. It's my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly... Ah, that's right. Lots of trick keys. Yeah. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, it seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you. I absolutely won't open it, otherwise what's the point of you in searching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Alright. Sheath. It's the display stand the sword was on. Oh, you don't say. There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Look. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. There are scratches and gouges on my wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I had heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All the rooms are completely soundproof, so something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this is another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of struggle has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. That's something, right? Yeah. Is this the replica sword I brought back for self-defense? Does this mean it was used to attack someone? Implies the sword's been taken out. Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Yes, exactly. Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with the sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just let off in the middle of a fight. So, why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added to the truth section of your handbook. We'll talk to these people. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way,
Yeah, you know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's
you
definitely
son
possible.
of a bitch!
That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum. That deserves death. So what's the... That's what my brother
You're
thought.
fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That's all I got. That's all gets sorted out when the time comes. Yeah. Hey, Kyoko. I quickly called her name while she was investigating the area. But
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch
Did
of
you
my room.
lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she was doing exactly, but she seemed to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up
Listen.
straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more
I
time.
see.
Interesting. What's
Hey.
interesting? Just as I expected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
So,
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I've never touched it. Could someone have used
I
it, too? Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka? Or
Well?
the killer? That's the question, isn't it? To be or not to be? Makota's room cleanliness, exactly, has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. At the time, I should look around here first. I can check the other spots later. Okay. Floor gouges. There are scratches and gouges on my wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Yes, it is. Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Our rooms are completely soundproof. Remember, if anything happened, there's no way you could know. Best is, yeah. Waste can? No. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine. And I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
yo,
Yeah, seriously.
what?
Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either,
What?
then? No,
What?
not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we're talking about it
By
yesterday.
the way,
No, none of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, cause like, why the hell would we do that? Toolkit has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. I go here now. Other side of that door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze them now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears, but I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Saika have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I want to give up. I want to collapse. But that thought had held me up and supported me. Oh look, I looked past Saika to the wall behind her, and there I saw. What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Saika do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but there was no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrusted into her stomach, and that must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? They're definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Saika's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittering on her wrist too. Right there. Where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. This definitely concerns me. The thing that concerns me is, there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palm of both her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger? Saika's wrist has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist. That must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? It's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Saika in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Is that it? Just those two? Yeah, looks like it. In the bathroom, yes.
It would seem...
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, that almost looks like Saika's dying message. Bloody numbers! I've never seen something written in blood before. It was really her final message. It is as if she wrote it with life itself. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, while she was sitting the way we found her, maybe she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
think about it. You're not going to tell me.
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end, and you will remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets. Sounds like Hyoko knows what Saika's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, we better ask the ultimate
Makoto.
programmer. There's one other thing I want to ask you about. Do you know about how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it got stuck? Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullet section.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob.
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you see right away what I'm talking about. Go ahead and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
So, someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that? I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a door lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can't lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. And apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a
Just a
question at me.
second.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? You told anyone about that? Oh, well I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all
I
this.
see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so
Goodbye.
lost. Well, see you later. Wow. Rude much? As if forgetting I was ever there, ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob. Yep. I still don't understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over, and maybe I should look around somewhere else. I started looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Yeah, that is very true. They might not even talk to me. Sad. First thing. Nope. Nothing much. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's rooms were switched, so the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been added. Yup. Well, there's a trash room, so I might as well go investigate that. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How did you get this
can't
gate
go
open?
any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
No, you can't go any
No
further.
entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty.
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It should be faster to go around and ask the others.
You can't go any further.
Trash duty been added to the yep.
Monokuma appear! No, you can't go any further!
There's a hatch on the floor. Rattle, the door won't budge. It must be locked. I got a coin! Gambling money! Looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. More gambling money! Given there's a damn monitor. What is this? I need no more gambling money. I can't. Oh no, there's a security camera. I gotta check the security camera. Gambling money? Question mark. No. Okay. Leave the area if he is. Gambling time. I forget how to run. Hi. It's gambling time.
What'd you get?
Give it a shot. I have no idea what that is. I'll use both coins on one. What is that? Sea salt, basic seasoning produced from the evaporation of seawater. It also seems useful as a preservative. I wonder who would like that. Oh no, who would like the salt? Who's salty? Oh no, Toko's pretty salty. Oh no, what do you think, Aiden?
Who would want? What is it?
Sea salt.
Think about it. What talent?
Ah, good point. I'll give it to him later. Mhm. God, I love the fast travel system. You know, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking breaks since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in a dining hall helps keep me calm. So, I know I shouldn't, but I've been kind of hanging around here. To tell you the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Time to enter the back rooms. There's only one thing to investigate here. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or? But to see if anyone knows more about it. Kitchen knife set. I can't investigate the camera. Money? Question mark? No. Oh. Money! Gambling money. Time to gamble. More gambling money. I thought my game was gonna crash for a second. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappeared like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning. Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a row. Neat knife. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Our always account has been added to handbook. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. You know, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. What?
You want me to wait?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything else here in the dining hall. That's what I believe so too, but... Might as well look around for some gambling money. Alright. I don't think there's going to be anything in here, but might as well. Money! I got more gambling money now. Okay, no, I can't let myself get there. Sewing kit. I guess I get really upset when I think about something. I wonder what if she might have kept her. Okay, sorry, I need to borrow this DVD. Okay, now I can't let myself. Nothing here. Just in case. Never know where money might be hiding, so. Alright, time to go to the video hall. I forget how to run. Holding that to be fine, alright. Almost went past that. Nope, this is a classroom, not a video room. Well, I can look for money while I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, more money. There's not overly too many things in here to actually search. Find that money, you know? Alright, time to actually go into the AV room. I should be able to use the seals on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. Set it over to the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play. The screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage in front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there. Along with the friends she said. The friends she said had been so important to her. Exactly. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I'd come to despair so much began to float out of the speakers.
Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly, the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. They're all dead. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I had noticed even more that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Leave the area, yes. No. I'm going to assume that this is Monokuma's office. Rattle, the door budget must be locked. No, it just has Monokuma's face. I'm pretty sure that's where the class trial is held. Either that or it's his office, so. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to some people. Specifically you. I'm looking for some cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. What do you ask? It just so happened Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't gotten a chance to get started. It says you're on cleaning duty. You can open the grate in front of the trash room. Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you're in charge.
Strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get to the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty is access to the key. What's the point of going through all the trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things out whenever we want? That doesn't seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they're discovered.
so that's it.
That must be fine. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy, including a body. The thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. But boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more importantly
Hey,
than
you
that.
bastard.
Hey, Fatty, why did you want a cleaning duty gig anyway? I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know
Is
why
it
you did it.
like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
No way to think
What are you
about
talking
this in
about?
a
All my love is for
You know what I mean.
2D. There's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC
Give me a
figures.
break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? We're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality. There's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to dispose of it.
What?
What? If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? and that's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you are on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, sending your son alone to join our party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or saved a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I just wanted to hope to get a trash on the ground. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes sense. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and flipped the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No. Just wanted to see if there's an actual killer had any tried to destroy any evidence or not. The actual killer is you, isn't it? You wanted to see if you left it behind. Wait a minute. Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, just hurry up and keep looking. Sleeve. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece. Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love. No. Anyway, it looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape is part of a sleeve from a button-up t-shirt. I know what it looks like. There's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There are shards of broken glass scattered around the front of the incinerator. Looks like it to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps?
Yeah, is that... Do you know what it is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you... Kidding aside, it's some kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. One guy, yeah. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person that could be. They should still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball. But then to the truth section, yeah, yada yada yada.
Why is that?
What? You made me come all the way down here and now you're not even gonna
So
check it
it
out?
seems.
That's the worst twist I can imagine. That's not the kind of rendering they want readers. Let me activate the incinerator. A green button and a yellow button. There's no doubt that they're related to the big mechanism. I'm gonna push it. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, and it's on right now. Ah, interesting. Do you see the green and yellow button next to the mouth
Yes,
of the incinerator?
indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave. Hey, okay. Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain that I was off the last time I was in.
Is it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? Fairy? No. You said the last time you were in here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake if I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet, that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Maybe like someone threw a ball or something? I mean, this whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and these last shards have been turned, and those burnt clothes burnt.
Completely unforgivable.
Yes. What happens is doesn't mean, Mr. Nike. Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it. I'm
Everyone
sure of
already
it.
knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Can I leave now? I can. Ah, yes. Let me teleport into the girls' bathroom. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out and get out now. I had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Here? Huh? Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hayon, does this look familiar? Ha! This is my crystal ball! But it's all smashed. What the hell?
Heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? Yes. He did. He scammed the ever-living shit out of you. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon, I don't care. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Yes, it was. Let me put that aside for now. So, you can say without a doubt that it's belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have gone in and found it. Shattered crystal ball, yep. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved from fortune telling for 2 full years counted to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it would give you the power to control the world. Yeah. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Ding dong, bing bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, hmm? It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a please go through the red door on the
Wow, I got here way faster than Ian did. No, where I have to go. I like skipped half of that, but oh well. Got here way faster than Ian did. Yeah. In that like elevator saying thing there. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer.
Listen to me!
You are. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that all for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Oh, thank God I don't have to talk to all of them again.
Is everyone here?
Is everyone here?
Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your
My throat
fates
can
will
rest.
be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
No, I don't want to
Well,
talk.
then.
Okay, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding the case yourself. But if you don't, you never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else telling me what to do. Sayaka's honor. I swear I find out who the real killer is. So here's my voice to try and give myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone was already in the elevator when I finally stepped on, and the elevator brakes. Or it's over the weight limit. Doors closed and the elevator started to move. Steel blocks descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Or than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Yo, you finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? Like in a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
No, not even close. It's total shit.
Well,
Alright, you want me to wait for you? Alright. Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else. It also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer the tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. You want to save? Yes, I want to save. Oh god. Set skills. I don't have any skills. Oh, no, I do have skills. Use damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Sure. Handbook. I think I got everything good. Clash trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and
That's a good
start the
point.
trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Let's
What's
see what
going
the
on
restrictions.
with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's
Oh
barrier.
yes, the power of friendship.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay,
Oh god.
but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can
How's it going?
technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I notice, I will have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because it isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. As things progress during each class trial, you were engaged in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Using the left stick to aim, then fire with the Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the menu button during these arguments, you can reveal the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Evidence of struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
That's
We
correct.
know that part already.
And the murder
That's
took
correct.
place in Makoto's room.
Correct.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something's off about what she just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. For the first debate, we'll like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words will appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, although not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. You can also fast forward an argument by hunting down. Well, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was killed and the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Oh, fuck that.
No, it's wrong.
Get shattered, bitch.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yeah, they just went after T, yeah.
Struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, She ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they
It's
finished
so
the
nice
job.
not being not having to talk through all of this.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. A knife. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Get denied.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Oh my god.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Exactly.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to? Yes. You can concentrate by holding down the right bumper. While you're concentrating, time will slow down, so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it steadies your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes your focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But this focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. So what's my bullet this time? I always count. I can't.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining room.
No,
Ain't that dumbass?
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So are you saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think
So obviously he took a back door.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I
So
wasn't there
Hina's
the
the killer.
entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay,
Then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Exactly.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
That's a good question, actually.
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Hey, at least he's giving us an answer.
Murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did, you
Anyway,
dumbass.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way!
True.
I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so
Had
scared thanks
sex.
to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one
Nope,
of the school's
it doesn't.
regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
It's unwholesome. Oh my god.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh,
Poor
yeah,
Hina.
that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone's not here. Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Monokuma obviously knows
I
that.
got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
She was going to
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Exactly. Y'all are stupid if you didn't believe that.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Seems logical.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Okay, hold up. Can we just talk about the expression on this girl's face, alright? Like, this is a murder trial and whatnot, and she has the face of arousal. Like... Like, sorry, I just had to stop it. Like, this is a serious murder trial here. And she looks like she's getting off. I'm going to be completely honest.
No, you're wrong.
Anyways.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn. I don't have $8. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. You understand? They can convict me. Everyone's gonna die.
Hold on.
Yeah, what about
it's
it?
still too early
Hold on,
to
it's
decide
still...
conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Still is
Because you
quite
see,
early in the
if
trial.
the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Exactly.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Hair.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm gonna fucking why not? As things advance further in the class trial, the hangman's gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to detect the phrase. Oh yeah. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and press the Y button to shoot the desired letter. Shoot down the wrong letter, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. This gauge will reach 0, the run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something should have been at the scene, but it wasn't. That must be the crucial point. You can figure out what was. Yeah, I already know the answer to this one. It's obviously hair. We're in space. We're tripping out of our balls.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Bruh, really?
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Exactly.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Man has an up arrow on his tie.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair
Just
on the
pointing
ground?
that out.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Exactly.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Exactly.
Sure
That's
we
what
can
we've been
decide
trying to
something
tell
so
you.
important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is correct.
then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer struggled getting into the bathroom. And that the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Exactly.
So what?
I'm
You're
not the
saying he
killer.
wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Man's an absolute
You still
brute.
don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Yeah, you dumb fuck. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. Almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? I have no idea. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. That's above my pay grade, yeah. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is that not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. With a truth bullet on the wrong, use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will be damaged. Now this is important because if you use the you rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yeah.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
But to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit
Yeah,
it.
we'll go with that. It was
We
totally
already
me.
know the answer.
It was me. It was me, I'm telling you.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because
That
Sayaka
part's
had
true.
locked it.
That part's not true.
No, that's wrong.
You dumbass.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
I think so.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
So the door could actually like stop. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime, they didn't know The important detail about the scene of the crime they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's
But as you're saying, Aiden.
inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Yes.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been saying! That's what I've been trying to tell you! Exactly.
Okay, then who did do it?
Monokuma
I'm sorry,
did it.
but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
How many
Oh,
calories are a chicken
you.
sandwich?
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get...
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
It's possible.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
They're locked.
Negative!
Pick proof.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer, they could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me?
Oh,
Sounds
God.
like
He's
someone
gonna
doesn't
sit
know
on
his
me.
place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. Switch rooms. That's the answer right there. There's no way I could let someone in because... So because switching rooms?
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? This is like the second time we've had this exact same flashback today.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
It was.
Huh? What the
She was
hell is
actually
that
horny.
supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong
I found
room,
a
okay?
notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the
Smart.
words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Well, looks like I'm permanently writing not on paper for the rest of my
When
life.
I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Or do that.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Oh man, you're just incriminating me now.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note. Sayaka wrote it? Yes,
but
dumbass.
why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Ooh.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Anyone?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Yeah,
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very
No,
well
I
then.
don't.
Pay attention.
Oh, here we go again. Storm then looks like that.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Wow.
Switched?
Like, how
That's
did you
right.
not notice?
The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on
We're
Makoto's
getting
room
somewhere.
had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yes.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their
Yeah.
rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Monokuma. One person switched him out. The only other person knew him. Me, Psycho.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come to see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong
She
room, okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Mm-hmm. Makes
What?
sense.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To put the blame on
To
Makoto.
understand that, we first need to understand what happened after. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Used on his psychic investor spoken with the fake sword because it was. Look at the wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? Well, led to Sayaka's death. That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Yeah, more, yes. Getting used to these non-stop debates, yes. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute your statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you press the left bumper toward the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the left bumper to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the left bumper, then use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, the logic difficulty is set to kind few bullets be loaded into the cylinder. However, is decided logic to be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Replica sword sheath. Here's a knife set. Replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
Yeah.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yep. First one, the sword really did attack first. I was not expecting from a certain part of the sword. Oh, okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Fuck you, that's wrong.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Yeah.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
logical.
With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Alright.
Okay, so how did the sheath
I will
get
go.
damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Maybe.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
You would be correct.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend
I was
herself.
about to say.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If she used the sword, which part of the body would have touched her? Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Yeah, what he said.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
That doesn't
Sorry,
make any sense.
but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm
Yes.
ugly?
That is exactly
No,
why.
that's not it at all.
Wash the gold coating off her hands because certain regulation that I talked about. She was afraid of water, obviously.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a
Yeah,
compliment.
that was an insult.
An insult, obviously.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
She would have been this one without the sword.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But
Yeah.
we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Wow.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
That is.
Sayaka wanted to
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yeah.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Mm-hmm.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Yeah,
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing,
maybe.
even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Well, then, you're saying she had this all planned out?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
From
shit!
the beginning.
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Majorly.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
But that is.
Because...
There is no because.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on if we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yeah. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. But there's stuff left, though.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
She did. It was 11037.
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes. There's no question that Soka wrote the message, and I can prove it. Left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Duh!
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Yep.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even
Little
if that
gray
really is
cells,
an
well
N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I don't know. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I can see something. Rotate.
Oh my God. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Yeah.
So, whose name did she write?
Today's dime message revealed the killer's name. Turn the message 180, it should become crystal clear.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Yeah.
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What?
Yep.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Sure, we'll go with that, buddy.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
I mean...
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
I mean, we can. We've done that
If
already.
you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yep. The evidence trial is found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Yeah. There we go. Guess this.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
I mean...
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How?
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Mm-hmm.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Yeah, likely story.
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leona's the real killer. Here we go again! Make your argument. Shutter crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash... Huh? No!
Yeah.
The key to the whoever was on clean.
So the only one, the person.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
Yeah,
But
easily.
if you
Just
can't
throw
get
something
past
at it.
the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
You would throw it. Gonna use gas ball in a certain way. Divine with it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Yep.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Yeah.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Exactly.
Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Yeah.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to
Throw
do is look at the
conviction.
scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Yep.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yeah.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far
I wonder
and
who
hit
could
something
do
that
that.
small.
I have no guesses
Someone
whatsoever.
Really do that?
Yeah.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A
No,
target
this
30
is
feet
true.
away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Exactly.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer!
Yeah, you are.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
Nope, that's right.
You
100%.
still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident, and with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Yeah, we all know what you
Say
mean.
what you
we
want,
mean.
Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been... Now here's what happened.
Who's going to be about to begin? Would you like to hear more about it? Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, holy cow, you get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Yay. Okay. Let's see. That one goes there. This one would have to go here. This one would go here. Kind of working backwards with this one. But that's fine. That. I think. That one would make sense there. Or would it? Maybe that one actually goes there. That maybe? That one goes there. What would go... This one would go here.
Here's exactly what happened.
Alright, let's see if this is
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Logically, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
No, this one might be wrong, actually. Oh, no.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
Yep.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Yeah. So far, so
instead,
good.
the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
Yeah.
To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
Yep.
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
Yep.
So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Yeah.
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
Doesn't look like a sigh of relief to me, if I'm gonna be honest.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Yep.
Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object?
Yeah,
Hell yes, I
assume
object!
so, yeah.
Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence?
But we showed you all the evidence.
Without evidence, it's all
dumbass.
bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that
am?
evidence.
First bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like? Yes. Sometimes during a clash trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer this to as a bullet time battle, aka the BTW. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in a time with the rhythm. Match the button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you're locked on with the Y button as the tempo meter reaches. Use a method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Okay. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep on this going and your initiative tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. To deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot in the statement will appear. At that point, you can press the Y button to shoot it down with the truth bullet like any other statement. Refute the statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, if you influence gauge, yep. Okay, time to play a rhythm game.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
Like a screwdriver.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Which is indisputable evidence that Leona is the killer that needed it. Yep. There we go.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up.
Oh, of course. Nobody believe me. Nobody wants to hear it. Yeah, I didn't understand how to. When it appeared that one of the most voted is Makoto. However, Makoto's not that black and too bad. It's like the real killer gets to graduate. Everyone's gonna be punished. Yeah. Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Can't give up now. Time battle. Okay, yes. Okay, sometimes during a clash trial, yeah, this one have you engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to these as bullet time battles, aka yep. During the beat, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in a time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock onto an opening statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the Y button. Oh, okay. This is method to deal damage to your opponent. Okay, I think I got it now. So I lock on
when
and
the
then...
killer instead...
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
On a strike.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Dumbass. Okay. There we go.
screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Yeah, exactly.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
He's very concerned on this
Leon,
stupid thing.
Would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
That face! Oh my god, that face! Results. Not bad. Oh, I got some money. Nice.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
Yes.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for...
Yeah.
Okay, who will be chosen as the Blackened? What's it gonna be? What?
Who's it gonna be? Oh, I think we know who it's gonna be. Yep. Ready, time for punishment! Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh?
That face. That face.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe
You
it.
son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or
So
be killed.
That's
So
why...
that's why I killed
None
you
of you
first.
are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be on one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like this. I just unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
Hey, come on. You expect me to just accept my death? Yeah. Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about it, honestly, I'm better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Psycho was trying to frame me. But even if that was true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It is all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. No, we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. One thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I meant it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for their friends. That meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
that was a lie. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. That's why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know, because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really, I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka's being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly the frenzy I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
That's enough. As angry as I was, Kodo lashed onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a
Calm
bruise.
down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! Ha, that was a close one. Thought for sure we were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoid punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
Punishment?
You mean execution?
Yes.
Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her.
Do
Am I
you
wrong?
understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. It's not because you had an unclouded intention to commit murder.
So, that's...
No, that's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? You had killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because that one is to blame. Is him. Swa? If it weren't for you, this would never have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is it that kind of justice that awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more important. Let's hurry up and get what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm
Begging you. Please don't do this.
Hey,
No more begging.
on now.
No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got.
want.
It's punishment time!
No!
Now, I'm probably going to have to cut this part out of the stream because copyright reasons. So, sorry in advance. When I post the video later on YouTube. Oh, Jesus. That poor man. Well then. The 1,000 blows. Yeah, I don't think he's recovering from this. Well then. Well, that was interesting. What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline was pumping right out of control. Well, what's going on? I can't take this anymore. You really had to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that is only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Wah.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? Make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark... Sorry. Dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a gruesome ordeal? Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a smile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. Hoo-hoo. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more of you warned of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. Aren't you playing? Of course we can't cut free from the can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we can all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in this, just like before.
Thrills! Chills!
Anyways, let's get to the blackened
kills!
punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
You say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some for the fun for later. Come on. Just late, he was gone. Left us there overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Yep. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We're all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear. Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out. I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought had never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know that for sure. And we can't even ask her now. Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care about what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe. She just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her. There's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone, or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I can never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry the memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding, I just have pretty good intuition. Wow, that was something. Chapter 1, to survive that and surviving students 12. To be continued. You see the despair bat present. Yay! Yes. Alrighty. System save. No, just saved, but oh well. Alrighty, everyone. Good stream today. We got finished with chapter 1. Not too bad if I do say so. Obviously this is where I shall be ending stream for today. I should be live next Saturday with Danganronpa from 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, anything in between and outside of those two categories, I don't judge. Have a good night.